I'll go first. Hello. I'm Sriracha or Sriracha Queens, no matter what you call me. I play as Pandora, which she's a drow, and her class is Ranger.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Well, I'm Cordelia Chase. I play Frankie, who is a rogue orc that basically grew up on an alien spaceship. Told you that's gonna be my intro every time.
As it should. I'm Sammy. I'm playing as. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm Sammy, and I'm playing as Jane Clink, who is a level 2 human sorcerer, and she was raised by goblins. She loves them.
Oh, you're gonna have a fun question here in a second, but continue on.
Oh, I can't wait.
Who next? Me next?
Sure.
I'm Matt. I'm playing Alistair. Still don't know if I want to do Alistair or Alistair. We'll just go with Alistair for right now. Makes it sound more posh. I'm playing a Wexel-kind fighter.
Hell yeah.
And that's it.
All right. I'm Cryptolisk. I'll be playing Thalo Light Touch Thalatake, a Goliath cleric who is ousted from his clan.
Crypt, can I ask a question?
Mhm.
Why such a long name? We have Pandora, one word like share. Frankie, one word like share. And then we got Thalo Light Touch Thulatake, who wants to have a name with every letter of the alphabet.
I mean, Jane also has a long name. If we include a nickname into it.
Yeah.
Well, that was also set up because TrashCandy was going to play too, and then I was like, once they backed out, I was like, oh, is Sammy going to change their name?
Light Touch is the nickname that Goliaths, they all get nicknames due to what they do. So his name's actually Thalo Thalatek.
Gotcha. It wasn't in parentheses like Pale One. That's why I was just like, wait, what? Gotcha. Light Touch because you're a healer. Noted.
Yeah, because he's very weak according to Goliaths. Oh, he's got a light touch. It's an insult name, actually.
Damn.
That's
a little bit
rough.
of a trauma. Yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
Right. Secondary fun question. Does anyone want to do a recap of the 3 hours battling that we did last session?
Don't remember it.
Let's let the King of the Goblins do that.
I don't remember it.
Oh, well.
Well, I have the notes.
Yeah, there we go. Sammy's got the PowerPoint.
I do.
I mean, the TLDR of it is y'all just cleared an entire goblin cave.
And I became King of the Goblin, and now I have 3 goblin minions. Boom.
Also a bugbear.
Oh yeah, and some wolves.
Some wolves.
And that's what you missed on Glee.
Dear God.
We saved
essentially
a human.
Yeah, I was gonna say we saved a human.
Oh yeah, he's currently knocked out still, isn't he?
I think last we heard, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was alive, but
he was stabilized.
Alright, I'm gonna do it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll one of my new Dice Envy dice. Let me actually promote this.
You need to have a dice cam so we can watch you roll.
Okay, that's too much.
No, it's not.
That's too much for me.
Put it on a Throne or Amazon wish list, put it on your Twitch page, and we will crowdfund it and get you that shit set up.
I don't know where to set it up at, though.
Wherever you are rolling.
In my lap? No, thank you. That's weird.
You're rolling in your lap?
That's where
weird.
that's where I put my little dice tray at just now.
That's
usually
so
it's in front of me.
strange.
It's usually in front of me, but I didn't want to move my keyboard. Okay.
You just need to get a little something to the side and then have the camera pointed at it, at just that.
That's too much.
Oh my God.
That's a lot.
Listen here, Brittany. Make it work.
God. Okay. How long do you guys want to hang out in this cave?
Have we fully looted everything yet? Do we know?
I know Alistair went through the loot room.
Right?
Oh, so that was the whole cave?
Yeah. That is
Okay.
a whole ass cave. Here,
By
you
the
know-
way, you're still on the like intro screen
That's
with
fine.
our characters. Just saying. Yeah. I did go through the loot room. I noted that stuff in the loot table for us to sell. I think there's nothing new. Yeah, if there's nothing else in the cave, I'm good with leaving.
Mm-hmm. Or do we want to rest here since we cleared it?
I mean,
if the human's unconscious, we're gonna have to drag him out of the cave and put him on the cart.
well, yeah, I mean, I'm good leaving the cave, but obviously we'll have to take care of a few little things here and there before we can leave.
We could sleep in the cave, but I think it's a good idea if we like check on our stuff first, the caravan and whatnot.
Yeah, we should tend to this human, get him up walking so we don't have to carry or drag him.
Mm-hmm.
And then unless Frankie wants to carry him, because it's probably the easiest for you or Thalo to carry.
I mean, I can totally carry him because like I did drag him out of oh my gosh, my brain. I did drag him out of danger the last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll kind of just carry him across my shoulders then, I guess.
And then tend to him once he's on the wagon, or do we just want to tend to him here since there's no danger?
I mean, I don't really have medical knowledge, so the tending part is not necessarily up to me.
Thalo can cure those wounds.
Thalo could.
Could, but
Does
will
Thalo have the spell
he?
slots for that?
Thalo's still got one channel divinity that he can use if need be.
Hey.
And then we'll take a rest when we get to town or something. Or even after this guy is fixed. I don't know.
Sounds like
That
a good
could
idea.
be. Yeah, that works for me.
Want me to heal him up then?
If you've got the slots, that would be lovely.
I was gonna say, what, do we need to take a vote?
Do you want to take a vote?
All right. I'll use my last channel divinity divine spark then. 1d8 plus my wisdom modifier of 4. Heal 12 points. There you go.
Hey.
Perfect.
So you know that thing that I rolled and it didn't tell you guys about?
Mm-hmm.
That was how long he was going to be unconscious for, and I rolled a 4. So you've been out for like 4 hours.
Okay.
But no, he's awake now. You kind of, after you do your, is this Divine Spark? Is that what that's called?
The hell?
Yes, divine spark.
As you do that, you kind of see that he slowly gains consciousness again. And he like kind of lets out like a loud groan as he slowly gets up to his feet.
How you feeling, buddy?
Not great, but could be a lot worse.
Glad to see that you're still with us.
Well, thank you for not going with those goblins.
Yeah. My name's Frankie. What's yours?
The name's Sildar. Sildar. What the fuck is his name? He like steps. He like moves 5 feet down so he can remember his name. Totally
Oh,
not.
he's
me.
got amnesia.
Totally not me not knowing what his name is, so I had to look up the token. His name is. He says the name's Sildar Hallwinter.
Can you spell that?
I can put it in the chat for you.
Really, 3 L's?
Oh, is there 3? Oh, there's only 2.
I was just like, wow, that's odd.
And with my terrible eyes, I'm like, yeah, that looks fine.
Right. I also thought that looked fine. I thought there was only 1 L before, but there's 3. Night's going great.
We're all in interesting states of mind tonight. It's fine. Well, it's nice to meet you, Sildar.
Nice to meet you guys too. Should we get out of here or?
Yeah, why don't we walk and talk as we make our way outside?
All right. Where are we going?
I feel like we would take the easier way out instead of going down the big slopes that we climbed up to get to this area.
Right.
I don't know if there is an easier way out besides that.
Well, I mean, if we cross the bridge and then go down the stairs and then follow the
Oh yeah.
river, that would be a little easier than trying to traverse going down
I mean, you can
this
always like butt
area.
slide down it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Frankie, you want to lead the way?
Sure, let's go. Do I have to roll anything, Claire?
No, you can just. I mean,
Okay.
unless you want to look cool while doing this. No.
No. I'm not about the flare.
Hold on, this man might be about the flare though. Let me see. No, he's not. He is wearing heavy armor and is not looking great. We'll just say that. So he'll also butt slide down.
I make sure to clean my shoes off in the water as I'm going.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, gotta
Because
rinse off
I'm
that blood.
pretty sure they're all muddy and crap.
Halo's avoiding the water as much as he can this time.
Smart move.
Right?
Jane will clean blood off anything that has blood on it. In case, shoes.
All right, is Pandora also cleaning off anything that has blood on it?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm assuming you guys head back to the wagon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Are you guys camping out in the wagon or are you guys going down to the town?
I guess that depends on what time of day it is.
It's getting to be nighttime. But you estimate that you can probably get there before nightfall. Or just at
we're going.
or just at the
Sorry,
sunset,
go ahead.
sorry.
We're going here to Phandalin,
Yep.
and that cave system was right here where the wagon is.
Mm-hmm.
How far is the journey?
Oh my god, it actually gives me measurements. Okay, so 10 miles, and then I think I have to look in. I'm gonna say you guys can make it in the time frame. It won't take too long. I just need to find out the exact measurement. Because it does tell me how fast y'all can move in one day.
Mm-hmm. I vote we go then.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we can make it before like it gets dark, you know, in an hour or so, we can then just get a room at the inn or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
An inn room would be nice.
All right, so I found the measurement. You guys can travel 24 miles in one day
Mm-hmm.
in a period of like 10 hours. So yeah, you guys can definitely.
Well, we came from Neverwinter. Well, we're just by day. Are you counting just this like session?
Just like in game time, that's how long it would take. And you guys have been traveling for a couple days from Neverwinter down here. So you guys will get close to the end of the night, but it is up to you.
I say we just hop in the wagon and head into town.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to talk about while you guys are traveling?
Yes.
It's just, sorry, correction. We have just the one wagon, right?
Yeah.
And it's pulled by
2 oxes or ox?
Oxen.
Yeah, whatever the plural version of that word.
And then and then it's 2 horses that we took in that ambush.
I'm assuming you guys kept them.
I mean, we kept them. I just couldn't remember if it was 2 or 3.
Oh yeah, it was 2.
Okay. I mean, I'm definitely on my horse, and my goblin minions are just following behind me.
I'm going to try and talk to what's his name again? Sildar again.
Mm-hmm.
Asking about Roxy. You know, the guy that hired us, because we had thought that those horses belonged to Roxy and whoever he was traveling with. So Sildar, were you traveling with Roxy?
Yeah, we were traveling together. He managed to escape the goblin ambush. He said he would make it to town, I think.
Well, hopefully he's there. I'd hate to see anything happen to the man.
Same. He's a good man, that one.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm being honest, he's my favorite out of the 3 brothers of his.
Oh, I didn't know he had 2.
Yep, you got... Oh god, these are some names. Thank you, Wizards of the Coast, for making some names.
The eternal curse.
I know. Yeah, in the Rockseeker brothers, you got Gurdon, Tharden, I think is how that one's pronounced. And this one, I'm gonna just fucking butcher. Noondro? I will post these in the Roll20 chat.
I can maybe pronounce them. They don't look that hard.
All right, what's that last one? How would you pronounce that last one?
Nundro? Nundro?
Nundro.
Nundro would
Nundro?
be my guess.
Right,
Yeah.
Nundro it is. So he says that the three brothers are Gurdon, Tharden, and Nundro. Also gonna add them and their weird idea of locating this long lost cave and just, well, not that one, but like a different one, like one of legend.
Is that what the supplies are for? Trying to find this cave?
I believe so. I think that's what that's for. That's me talking, not Sildar.
Oh.
Actually, I do think that's what they're for. Yes. He'll say.
I mean, if Sildar doesn't know, he doesn't know.
I think he would know. So he's gonna just nod in agreement.
Okay. I don't really have any other questions coming to mind for the man or anything, so.
Jane will speak up. And she'll just be like, so, how'd you get stuck with the, in the cave?
Well, those little assholes decided to swarm me and I almost said Sildar, Jesus Christ, me and Gurdon. And while he was able to escape, it was 5 against 1. And while I'm a very talented fighter, I am not talented enough to take on 5 little goblins at once. And for whatever reason, instead of killing me on the spot, they decided to take me back to their cave.
How long were you in there?
Understandable.
Ish.
Maybe a day or two. Time was weird.
I was thinking maybe they wanted your heavy armor but couldn't get you out of it themselves, but like, that was plenty of time for them to try to convince you out of it.
Maybe they thought they could get some hostage money.
Also a
Maybe.
possibility.
Or information? I don't know.
But that's not even the weirdest thing.
Oh?
Yeah, like when they brought me there was this weird goblin, like abnormally weird. And
Weird in what way?
like,
'Cause, I mean, sometimes they're all a bit weird. Wait, mouth what?
Malformed. Like the head was just too long. And Jane, you're from the area, right? You're from this area? Kinda?
I think, if I remember correctly, I put that she lives in Neverwinter, her family.
Okay.
She was found on the road between Phandalin and Neverwinter.
Alright. I would say, based on your background and being raised by goblins, you have definitely heard of this weird phenomenon that's been going on with goblins having elongated heads. No one really knows how they get that, or if it's the family tree turning into a bush. No one knows.
Jane will nod her head and just kind of say, yes, I've heard of this phenomenon before.
Do you know what's causing this to happen?
No. I mean, no one in my family has it, I think. She will not elaborate.
Okay.
That's valid. And before the weird one left, he whispered something to the others, but I don't know Goblin, so I'm gonna try to repeat it. Do you guys know Goblin?
I do
Yes.
not.
I do.
All right, so in Goblin, he is going to say, you're not what means Ruxton wanted once. I will put that in because I stuttered.
So Sildar says that to me?
To anyone who can speak Goblin, he kind of just says it out loud.
But that was said to him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just passing it along. So obviously, okay.
Do you know who this Ruckethid is?
No idea.
Apparently, you weren't what he wanted.
Which might be a blessing.
I don't know. Yeah, I was about to say I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse.
Well, maybe when we get to town, we can get some more information from the local inn or tavern. Maybe somebody around here will know who this Rux, I'm just going to call him Rux, who Rux is.
And hopefully we can find Roxy.
Yeah, hopefully Roxy's there.
I love how you guys give all these NPCs nicknames. It's so good.
The names are just like too much of a tongue twister to try and pronounce, so
I love it.
Sorry, I mean Gundren Rockseeker.
I mean, I could call him Gunny.
right.
Oh no, call him whatever.
Okay. So the three that were the brethren here, Gundren, Tharden, and Nundro,
Mm-hmm.
that are the Gundren we're looking for, and the two brothers. But Sildren was the only one in the cave, right? I
Yeah.
thought he said there was another somebody with him.
He said that he was traveling with Gundren, but Gundren managed to escape before he got captured.
Okay. I'm confused, but cool.
Yeah, and he had also mentioned that, out of the 3 Roxy brothers, Gundren was the most favorable, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So. But that doesn't mean the other brothers were traveling with them. At least that was my understanding.
Yeah, the other brothers were not traveling at the same time.
Okay.
You're just getting Roxy lore right now.
Mm-hmm. Which, considering my character didn't know he had brothers, that's why they've been calling, Gundren Roxy, just assuming he's the only one. But, I mean, I'm out of questions.
I mean, are we close to coming into town yet? I assume this obviously wasn't all a 5-minute conversation.
Oh no, this is gonna happen over the span of the next couple hours as you guys are traveling.
Right.
He's gonna mention a couple other things. But I need to pull up a reference sheet.
Not the reference sheet.
Yeah, because he's gonna give you some more info on that cave. Oh god, that's a lot of information. Okay. We can kind of speed through this conversation part. It's just kind of like what he'll kind of give you as you guys are traveling.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go into more about this long lost cave that the Rockseeker brothers are trying to find. It's called the Wave Echo Cave, and it's the site of the mines of the Phandelver pack, which basically is a pact made between dwarves, gnomes, and I think humans, where they all came to an agreement to share the riches of a mine. And in addition to the mineral wealth, the mine also contains some magical powers, which is where the human spellcasters come in and kind of help the gnomes and dwarves harness that magical power, basically. And they
Okay.
channel all the energy that they get from the cave to something called the Great Forge of Spells, where magic items could be crafted.
Great what of spells?
The Great Forge of Spells.
Forge.
But the downside to all of this is that a bunch of bandits came in and just kind of fucked everything up.
Rude.
Right.
Real quick side note for everybody, in the area with like our character sheets, there is a group notes thing. I've just like listed some questions and information there, but if anybody else comes up with stuff they are curious about or wants to know, you can edit that and add it in, and then we can like check it off as we come across thing or whatnot. But that's there.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the downside to the bandits taking over is that no one knows where the cave location is anymore. Then one other place he's gonna mention, like as you guys are traveling, he's gonna like search around the back and say that he's missing one of his maps.
Missing one of your maps.
And then did you guys take that map case that had Roxy's initials on it?
I vaguely remember it being mentioned, but I don't know for sure.
I believe so.
Okay.
Was that in the loot?
It was at the ambush site.
Yes. Okay, so not last session, but the one. Yeah, we took it.
Okay. He's gonna hold up the empty map case. And says, not surprised that this is empty.
What was in there?
It's a far-fetched theory, but Garden thought he found the location to the Wave Echo mine, and now this map's gone. And if I had to guess, that big ugly bugbear fellow probably sent it off to a dwarf leader of the Kragmaws.
The Kragmaws.
Let me get the notes on Kragmaws, because I don't know. I think they're just like, oh, okay. Yeah, apparently that's what this goblin group called themselves.
Whenever the goblin groups name themselves, it makes me concerned.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. You know what you guys
Oh,
do have?
what do we have?
You guys have 3 goblins.
Yes, we do.
Who might know some information on this stuff if they're asked about it.
This is true.
Did I forget for
But-
a brief moment that you guys had goblins? Yes.
We all did.
Do our goblins know English? I guess is the question.
I mean, if
No,
not,
but
they know
no,
goblin.
but
and
we
know.
can translate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who all knows Goblin, by the way?
Jane does.
Jane and me. Okay.
I don't know.
I do not know.
So Jane, we could totally play this like good cop, bad cop as well. So you could ask the questions, and if they don't want to answer you, I could bad cop it and be like, I'm your king, you will answer her type situation. So
It works for me. I don't think I'd be good at bad cop.
I don't know a cop that wears pink.
Fair.
I mean, have you played GTRP?
Listen, we're not talking about your characters, Claire.
I don't play as a cop, but I've definitely seen cops wear pink, so.
I have not.
She's not wrong. I've seen some cops that were pink. Shit, there was one with the bright pink lipstick. Okay, I'm gonna shush. Go ahead.
Okay. I love how it tells me to look up a certain thing that these people know, and then it doesn't show me what they know. Or doesn't like put it in like
Okay.
a convenient place.
Classic wizards stuff.
Mm-hmm. Why make it easy? They want you to know everything by heart.
Okay, it
I
was
do
on a
recommend you read
different
them
section.
twice.
So, what do you guys ask the goblins?
Everything that we need to know.
That was very specific.
I'm like trying to just remember the questions and talking with Saldar, and I'm like, why is my mind immediately blank?
I can't remember I'm terrible because like I'm trying to write things down and then I write down all the wrong things. So I didn't write down names or anything.
Okay,
J-
go ahead, Jane.
I'll say Jane can start with some questions. Jane will just casually ask them in Goblin, like, so who is, Ruxithid? A friend of yours?
The goblins kind of give you a shrug and say, we don't know. They just, the weird goblin talked about him a lot.
Does the weird goblin have a name?
He does, but didn't hear it.
Is he malformed?
I mean, he has like a really long head, and he like you know how you like kind of like give general estimates of size with your hands. That's what this goblin's gonna do, and he like just keeps going till he's like standing on like his tippy toes, and then like
So
go ahead.
So he's tall.
No, that's just his head.
Oh.
So he's a conehead type goblin? I was thinking more like xenomorph type goblin.
Yeah, that's what I had
I would
in
say a
mind.
little bit of a mixture of both.
Okay.
But that's not even like I mean, like, yeah, their skulls are a little funky, but it's the green energy, like green swirls.
Green energy.
Definitely sounds like Thalo's area of expertise.
Yeah. It's
I
not
like it.
me.
Like around their, what the fuck do goblins carry? I think they carry scimitars, right?
Yes, they do.
Like around their scimitar, like just green energy sounds like lightning, but not lightning.
Not lightning.
The green energy is around the sword, the scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
And is it only around the scimitar? Like when he's using it?
Mm-mm.
When it turned to the group, is that some kind of like enchant on the weapon? Are we thinking? What could that be?
Nothing good.
No.
Is there any sort of check I could do?
You
to
could
see
probably
if
do an
I-
Arcana check.
Okay.
With a 7, goddamn. Yeah, a 7. That doesn't sound good, Scoob.
Okay, yeah, no, my Arcana's bad. Does anybody still have? Jane, do you still have your inspiration?
No.
Okay.
I have a +1 in Arcana, but I can try.
What is your Arcana?
I have a +1.
I mean, you could try. There's no harm. It's either
Right.
we get info or we don't.
Oh,
With a
And I
10.
may, yeah, I may as well.
Yeah, everyone can like roll an Arcana check if they want to for funsies.
All right.
Jane's
Play
just too into
Oh.
her role as good cop to think about
Hey.
things.
Look at me with a -1 and I still rolled a 10.
Jesus.
Look at us go.
We're all a bunch of smarties.
We're just a middle of the pack groupies. We're not super smart, we're not super dumb, we're just normal people.
I just got jump scared by a carpenter ant. Dear Lord.
Oh god.
Ugh. Thank you.
Now I
s-
can't find it. I flung it off my leg and now it's gone.
Oh no. Well, this
Did
is
we
your
get
life
any?
now.
Yeah, it is.
But with an 11, I will say that definitely part of an enchanted weapon, but if the goblin themselves is also glowing,
The goblin itself?
or like not just a weapon, but like if it's not being used and it's still glowing, it's probably something a little bit more intense than just an enchanted weapon.
Oh man.
My
So when the
dumbass.
weapon's in use, it's primarily on the weapon, but when the weapon's like sheathed and not in use, it kind of radiates to his body.
Pretty much.
Is it possible this is an alien technology or something that I might recognize from my time on the ship?
Actually, you know what? Possibly. Go ahead and roll another Arcana check for me, because I should have given you advantage on that.
Okay. So roll with advantage.
Just roll one more Arcana check. Don't worry about the advantage.
Okay.
We'll take the 8.
Okay.
13. It does sound a little alien, but you couldn't pinpoint exactly what it is.
Okay.
Quick question for you, Claire. The empty map case that Sildar held up, was that Sildar's map case or was that Roxy's map case that we had?
It was Roxy's map case that you guys had.
Okay, so he took it from us, held it up, and okay.
Mhm.
Turning back to the goblins, I'll take out the map case and ask them, do you know what was in here?
Mm. Long parchment, long paper. Clark seemed very happy about it.
Who?
Big Bugbear.
Oh, thing we killed. Got it.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything that was written or pictured on it that could tell us or give us some information?
Didn't see, but Clark said he'd take it to the castle.
What castle?
Ooh, big goblin castle. Like, big. And he's like
Do you know
tries to
where-
like size up his with his hands again just to show how big it is.
Stretching up to the sun and
Yeah.
like, woo! Do you know where this castle is?
Never been, but no general area.
Wait a second. You just said the bugbear had the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we killed the bugbear.
Mm-hmm.
Had he already gotten rid of the map? Had he already taken it to the castle by then? Because we didn't find it on his corpse.
Could be. Definitely sent it out yesterday.
So right before we arrived.
Same day as human.
Let's turn back to the group. If anyone else has any questions, by all means, we can translate for you. I'm kind of at a loss for right now.
Laylo's got nothing.
If no one has any more questions, Jane will turn to them and just be like, "So, what are your names?"
All right, Matt, you get to name them.
I was thinking about this earlier too, and then I went and tried to on the icons because I don't have like a character sheet or anything in my thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, now I want to do it based off their pictures, and I don't remember what they all look like.
Yeah.
Okay, zooming in. What is this one holding? Is that like a wand, a stick? We're gonna call, yeah.
I think that's just his hair.
Oh, coming down in front of his face? Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, that one's name is shit. Got it.
Nailed it.
Just name them swear words. It's fine.
Yeah.
This one is named Gribs.
Ribs.
Do I need to type this in the chat? I'll type it in.
Please do, so I can copy and paste it for you.
And then I'll just put their number for their icon so you know who's who. 4 is going to be Zarg. And 5 will be Fritzl, because it looks like he is on the fritz from like taking too much smack or something. Goblin smack.
That's not going to come to bite us in the butt.
No. So those are the names that you get.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely names. She'll be like, "My name is Jane. My parents call me Pale One."
Can understand why. Very pale.
Are we introducing
Yes, as
ourselves
they
to the
always tell
goblins?
me.
Are you guys introducing yourselves to the goblin?
Y'all don't have to. Jane will.
I mean, I will, because I'm kind of standing right near everybody that's been talking, so. I'm Frankie. Yo.
I'm not going to introduce myself because I
They
let
should
them
just
know.
know you as King.
Yep, I let them know who I was when I declared myself as Goblin King. But I will kind of instill over them and be like, if anybody of this party, and I point at the whole group, if anybody here asks you or tells you to do something or asks you a question, you do it. Like it's coming from me.
And they all nod and understand it. Understanding? Yeah. Also, did you guys ask about the castle?
We asked a few questions about it, yes.
I think you guys said general directions and they will point kind of like north-ish. But they couldn't tell you how far north.
North or northeast? I didn't see where you had clicked or pinged.
I was using my arrow, but it's more like north from where you guys are at right now. Actually, more northeast, sorry.
So like this direction?
Yeah.
Okay. Northeast. Phandalin. Okay. Yeah, because I did ask if they knew a location or anything like that. So.
And I think I said they know the general direction, but then proceeded not to tell you the general direction.
Right. Right. Okay. Good. Oh, good.
All right. I'm assuming you guys are just gonna keep on traveling. You guys have been traveling this entire time, but is there any additional conversations you guys want to have?
I don't think so. On my end, anyway.
Yeah, I'm good.
I feel like it would be nothing meaningful, but Jane would make small talk.
Good. Because they were gonna make small talk with each other, and I would say if you're not actively engaging with them, you'll definitely hear this conversation either way. You hear them talking about how they're sad that they will no longer be able to go into what they call the eating cave, and how there were a lot of good parties in the eating cave.
Eating?
Yeah.
Okay, so
goblin.
I'm gonna. We're still on our way, correct? So I'm
Yeah.
gonna. They're now kind of like in front of me. I'm gonna just chime in, like butt into their conversation and be like, "What do you mean eating cave?"
A cave where we all come to eat. Lots of food there.
Why do you have a cave for just eating?
Why not?
I mean, you could eat anywhere. I mean, that cave could be a home for some people, yet you're gonna use it for just eating?
So it's been a hot minute since you guys went into that room and I described it. The room that you found Sildar in had like a bunch of like dried meat racks and like salted meat and like fire pits.
Hold on 1 minute. Were you guys going to eat him? And then I point at Sildar.
Maybe.
Jane will butt in if that's okay.
I'm shaking my head in like disbelief and just like, oh my god, this is unacceptable. But as Jane butts in, go ahead.
Jane will just be like, no, we do not eat people. People are friends, not food.
For a fucking Finding Nemo reference, have 1 point of inspiration.
Hell yeah.
A Finding Nemo reference in the year of 2025.
Crazy.
It's perfect.
And you know what? For funsies, because we haven't done a lot of rolling yet, do you want to roll a persuasion for me?
Hell yeah, me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just laughed so hard I almost went into a coughing fit.
Oh no!
Holy shit.
Get it.
With a 22, they've changed their ways. They will
Holy shit.
on wait, what did you actually roll on your die? 17? Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make one check on the goblins really quickly. If I can find their character sheet. Actually, I'll just use this goblin warrior, that's fine. Yeah, I rolled an 8 on this wisdom check. They're gonna go vegan now.
I almost joked, are they gonna be vegan?
Jane the Goblin Whisperer.
You've guilted them into veganism? Vegan?
Veganism.
Alright, this is not the page that I need up, thank you. That's also not the page that I need. Where did it go?
This is some important lore.
For them turning vegan, yes, that's very important lore.
Do they say
Very
they're turning
important
vegan? Do we know this?
Comes
You
in
don't
very handy later on.
you don't know this now, but it will be apparent later.
Okay.
But you can, from what you can see, from what everyone can see, no insight check needed. They look very disappointed in themselves and look very guilty.
Their heads just drooping down and they're like kind of hunching forward like they just got scolded for a bad grade at school or something. And it just
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Yep.
In myself.
Okay, why do I not have like the big ass town description? Sildar will mention one more thing to you guys before you guys arrive. There was basically that there was a human magic person named Yarno Albeck, which I will copy and paste that for you because that's a fucking name. Who was Sildar's contact in Phandalin. From what Sildar knows, this, we'll call him a wizard, why not? This wizard traveled to Phandalin a couple months ago, trying to establish order there after the Lord's Alliance did not hear from Yarno, Sildar decided to go investigate, which is why he joined Axie.
Yarno Albrecht. So, was Albrecht working with the goblins?
Sildar shrugs because he does not know.
Should we ask Grip, Zarg, and Fitzel?
It doesn't hurt.
If you ask them, they don't really recognize the name. They've just been mainly sticking to that cave.
Did you guys ever come across is he human?
The wizard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever come across a human who could do magic?
Mm. On some ambushes, yes. But they usually turn around and run.
I thought they would just point to Jane like, there's one.
Yep. I think one of them does, and like they start to, but then they realize, oh wait, that's a dumb thing to do. All right. Do you guys have anything else you guys would like to talk about?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. So you guys travel for a little bit longer, and you begin to see a rutted track that emerges from a wooded hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of Phandalin. The town consists of about like 40 or 50 simple log buildings, some built on old fieldstone foundations, more old ruins, crumbling stone walls covered in ivy and briars, surround the newer houses and shops. Showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of of the cart track, which widens into a muddy main street as it climbs towards a ruined manor house on a hillside east of town. As you approach, you see children playing in the town green and townsfolk tending to their chores, like their nightly chores, and wrapping up any shops that they need to do, and everything kind of begins to close down for the night. But from what you guys can see, many of the people look up and smile as you approach, but like pretty much return to business as usual. And guess what? We got a map.
Oh my god.
Zooming back out.
Mm-hmm.
And since it's been a while, you guys were sent on a little quest to go deliver these goods to, I believe it's Barthen's Provisions. And by he, I mean Roxy, would tell you where that is.
So we see Roxy.
No, you guys will know where that's at. Or AKA me
Oh.
showing where the building is on the map.
Are we coming up from this like south map?
No, you guys are coming in from the north.
Oh, okay. I was just putting my token somewhere so I could like have a lay of the land.
I mean, I think first order of business is to drop the supplies off. See if Roxy made it. Because didn't he say half payment upon delivery?
I think he paid you half up front and then the other half after you guys deliver it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as we come into this town, can we also, do we spot the inn at all?
From the entrance, no.
No. Okay.
It's a little big and a little far away.
Crowded?
Yeah.
Okay. So stuff's close together, tall, small buildings. So yeah, no. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I definitely think we should drop off these provisions, these supplies, at least get one thing checked off our list and one less thing to be responsible for.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, why'd the music just like stop working? That's fun. All right, so as you guys go to Barthen's Provisions, do we have a description of what the sign looks like? No, we do not. So I'll say it's like a pretty basic wooden sign that just says the name of the shop on it, and I'm assuming you guys go inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so on the inside, it's a fairly simple looking store. It pretty much sells everything that's in the adventuring gear section of the handbooks. But basically you guys see like all kinds of like goods and supplies, including backpacks, bedrolls, rope, rations. But that is pretty much what you guys see. On the inside, I will say you do see a young woman, human woman, who looks fairly like kind of like simple in appearance, but looks very friendly. Kind of like red hair tied up in like a very low ponytail. Just like kind of working on taking inventory as you guys walk in.
Peeking. Good evening.
Oh, sorry. Like your mic cut out, and I just heard like evening. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Of course, my mic. I'm like, good evening.
No,
all I heard was ing, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was like, okay. So she'll say, oh, good evening. Sorry, we were just about to close.
Oh, sorry. We'll come back later.
No, it's okay. We'll just have to make any purchases rather quickly. That's all.
Okay.
We were. Oh, go on.
No, go ahead, please.
I was gonna say, we're here to deliver some goods for Roxy. Sorry, Gundren.
Oh, okay. When you said Roxy, I was like, wait, which Roxy were you talking about? Because that's like last name. No, that makes sense. Right. Do you guys have? I'm assuming you guys still have the wagon, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just pull that around back, and I'll get a couple of my employees, and then she like kind of like turns and like yells up like a flight of stairs for a person named Ander and another person named Thistle. And go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
Okay, so a couple of seconds pass by and you see like two rather fairly built humans around the same age as the young woman that you guys are talking to, and she basically just tells them that you guys are here to drop off the delivery for Gurdon. I had to think about the name for a second. So many NPC names.
So is Roxy not here?
Not in this building.
Did we get her name, by the way? The attendant who was doing the. Does she have a name? Like.
Actually, I would probably say that you guys would have gotten her name in the briefing. It is Elmina Barthen.
Elmina. Hey, Elmina, do you know where Gundren is? Didn't see him around back.
Well, I saw him here yesterday, but he kind of left in a hurry. He looks rather spooked. I didn't really think much of it because, like, ever since he claims that he found the entrance to that cave, he's been a little on edge.
Well, I mean, thanks for letting us know.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Do you know where he was staying in this town? Was he staying here?
I don't think he actually had a house here, but if he was gonna stay someplace, he'd probably stay in like the Stonehill Inn. It's just like a couple buildings down south.
Hmm.
How far south is that?
Oh, just like 2 buildings down. 2 or 3.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Have
I
we-
saw it on the map, but
Oh, yeah. I just revealed it.
Have we offloaded the supplies
Um,
already? Like, I assume we're talking as we do
yeah,
that.
we can do that.
Um,
Go ahead.
by the way, Roxy did tell us that we could keep this cart after we delivered these supplies to you. You know, kind of as like for our troubles of doing this favor for him kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't my cart. I just needed supplies on it. I think
Okay,
it was
cool.
technically his cart, but he just kind of like said, here's the cart.
I just wanted to make sure that, you know, he didn't tell you the cart was part of the delivery or
Oh,
anything like that.
Yeah.
Another question I do have for you. Is there like an armor smith or anybody in town where I
Yeah.
could get something crafted?
Just across the road there, you'll see the smithy. Okay, hold on, let me get who that's pulled up by. Who owns that?
Excuse.
Specifically, it's called the Lion Shield Coster. Sorry, I lied. It is not across the street. It's just down the road towards the town green.
We can't trust anyone now. They're lying to us.
Oh my god, my map just moved.
Shh, we don't talk about that.
I was like, wait, my map moved
we
and it
don't-
wasn't me.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk
No,
about what
you're
just
fine.
happened.
I was like, ooh, we got ghosts in the game.
I was on the wrong layer.
All right, I'll thank her and then turn back to the group and just kind of re-immerse myself.
All right, so did you guys want to hit the inn first, or you want to see if that the Lion Shield Coster is still open?
We could swing by the inn. I could always head over to the armor smith by myself, or you know, I could even just peek over there and see if they're open, and if not, I could meet you guys at the inn. I don't think we all need to go unless we want to.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably head to the inn.
Jane will also head to the inn.
Yeah, go to the inn as well.
All right. I'm assuming you guys stay long enough to get your payment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just-
my dumb ass was assuming we needed Roxy for the payment.
No, you guys just needed to deliver the goods. I forgot.
I just assumed it was being delivered, or we were being paid as we delivered the
Yeah.
stuff, like unloaded it.
I forgot how much I gave you guys in the beginning.
10
10? Okay. So each player will
gold pieces.
Yeah.
I needed to clarify.
No, you're good. Because I want to play with the Bastion rules, I'm gonna up that just a little bit. Because Bastion stuff gets very expensive. So you each will get we'll say 25 gold pieces each.
Roger that.
Each?
All
Okay.
right.
So basically you get 10 from the other part of the payment and then like an extra 15 for a tip.
Okay.
So let's pull up the inn. Okay. So it's only Alistair that's going to the Costa, right?
Correct. I'm going just to see if it's open, and if it is, I'll pop in and see if I can place an order.
Okay. So actually, we'll do the Costa first because Alistair definitely would remember seeing this symbol back in the cave. As you approach the Costa, you kind of walk down the street and you see a wooden sign shaped like a shield painted with a blue lion that hangs above the door. This symbol looks very familiar because you did see a bunch of those boxes or crates in the cave earlier with that symbol on it.
And having seen this, my goblins are with me. I'm going to turn and ask the goblins. I'm gonna point up at the sign and be like, "Why did you have boxes with this symbol on it?"
Other goblins must have taken them from ambush position.
So you stole it.
Well, not me. Not me. They like all say like not me. Actually, no, they say it wasn't me.
Okay.
Got me on the counter. Wasn't me. Sorry.
Dear God.
Imagine the goblins singing that.
Yes, they say it wasn't me in that exact tone and melody.
No.
Not bad.
All right. Well, knowing that they've ambushed probably a delivery of some kind and it was looted, whatnot. We searched the caves and those boxes, didn't really find anything. So I am going to go into the
Oh, you found stuff. You found like simple, I think you found like simple weapons and stuff.
Did we? The only thing I have listed on the, did I put it in my personal inventory? No,
So
I
I
don't
remember
have.
you guys didn't take the boxes because you guys just left them there.
Yeah, I don't have anything added to my inventory, and the only other thing I have added to like party loot was the chain shirts and the scimitar and the short bow. Well, yeah.
Oh, it doesn't actually tell me what's in those. That's cool. Basically, generic shop supplies.
Okay.
Generic trade good supplies, unlisted TM.
So, should we assume that, like, I kind of packed it all into one box and we just took that box with?
There were a lot. You would have to load up the cart with it. I if you want to retcon and say, oh, we took these back with us.
Right, that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
is because I know we looted and took everything, and you're saying we took that, but I was like, if it was a bunch of boxes, then are we saying we took all those boxes?
Yeah, we can retcon and say that you guys took the supplies.
Okay, all right, so then those are still on the cart.
Yeah.
That is with everybody at the end?
Yep.
Okay. All right, well, I definitely walk into the armor smith still.
All right.
Do I see anybody? Are they open? I guess I should ask.
Since it's kind of getting towards the end of the night, it seems like things are open but are in the process of closing. But what you can see is that the supply room is a little low on stock. And you do see a you have a character portrait. Oh, I love this.
She's throwing a fit.
Sorry. So
She's throwing a fit. I tried to take her out.
So
Sorry.
no, you're
So
good.
go ahead.
You see a human woman. I think, I'll just show the character art because I can do that.
Okay.
So
Oh,
that's
come
who
on,
you
Miss Thang.
see.
Pretty.
Lene?
Yeah, we can
Is
say
that
Lene.
Lene?
We can say Lene.
Okay,
They don't give me
cool.
pronunciation guides in this.
We're going with Lene. I like
Yeah.
it. So is she just like standing behind a counter? Or is she like tidying up sort of thing?
It looks like she's counting out the gold and like I don't know if they have like cash registers or like safe or lock boxes.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to her. Good evening, ma'am.
She's gonna immediately close the lockbox and lock it as you approach, and say, "Oh, good evening."
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you, but are you still open?
I can be open for like a little bit longer. Is there anything that you needed?
Yes, I was wondering if I could place an order to have something made.
Oh, all right. Give me 1 second. And she like digs
course.
around and pulls out like a piece of paper with like a invoice basically.
Okay. Are you able to make a helmet for me?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, now this is kind of an odd request.
Okay.
But can you make this into a helmet for me? And I'm gonna plop the bugbear head that I held up that made me Goblin King. I'm gonna plop that on the counter.
She looks a little terrified. I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask questions. We'll just add that into we're just gonna add that as an additional fee.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to make this weird. We got ambushed on our way here, and this was one of the creatures that attacked us, and I just thought that it would what's the word? Be like a really like show-stopping type of piece, and I figured it could be a good helmet of some sort.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely try to make something of that. Oh god, now I as a DM have to figure out how I'm gonna price this.
Now, what do your custom-made helmets normally cost? I assume having a helmet custom-made for me, just a normal helmet, is going to be a standard range price, but because I'm asking you to make this item into a helmet for me, there'll be an upcharge. What is your standard?
Oh, see, that's what I'm gonna try to figure out, because whenever we look up armor, it's like, oh, here's the entire armor set. So I guess I have to figure out, is this gonna be considered hide armor? Or is this like leather armor?
Taxidermy?
Or is this taxidermy armor? Okay, bugbears are like furry, right?
It says bugbears wear simple armor due to their thick fur, which provides some protection against cold. So they are thick furred, but their head is. I mean, it's definitely probably going to be like hide and fur.
Yeah.
Because they're just think of like a real life bear is what I'm
Right.
thinking. Now, obviously, I would like to have, the helmet retain as much of this, look as possible. I would like it to look as much like this head as possible in the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like it on a heavy, like metal helm. I don't just want it made out of the fur and bones. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it now.
Okay. basically make me a metal helmet and then like transpose this head onto it.
Do you have a helmet already that we can use?
Do that. I do not.
Okay.
If you have one that is already made here, I could, quickly just try a few on and make sure they fit properly, and we could go from there. Or if you'd like to take measurements, I'm more than happy to pay for you to create that for me as well.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out like which armor pieces consist of a helmet so I know what material it's made out of. And I think it's only late armor that has a helmet, which is weird. Adventuring gear. Let's actually go into the book instead of looking up armor types, because that would probably be helpful.
I mean, I just Googled, I found a heavy combat helmet.
I'm more so looking at like the price. So here's my like thought process, right? If I use, let's say, like plate armor as like the base, I can divide that by like 6, I think, or like the helmet price itself.
Well, I mean, to not drag this on, we could always, you and I, breaking the third wall, could discuss that offline for next session and whatnot.
I'll say we'll say 150 gold. I think that's
150 gold. Yeah. For everything.
Yeah.
A custom heavy helm and then this contraption I'm asking for. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I just have one more quick question for you. Mm-hmm. I see that your supplies are running a little bare, a little thin.
She lets out like the most dramatic sigh ever and says, "Yes, it's been a fucking headache to deal with. Some asshole either left off with my shit or I don't know. Like my delivery's been missing for a couple weeks now."
So after we were ambushed, we actually found a goblin cave, and I found some boxes with your symbol on them.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So you're fine. If you wanted to say something else, by all means.
Were they empty, or was the stuff actually in it?
They still had supplies and materials in them. Now, if I'm not sure if anything was missing or if that's what was originally in them, but we didn't just want to leave them and let them go to waste. So my party and I took them. Now, obviously they belong to you, so I would like to return them to you. Is there a way we could maybe haggle down the price of my order since I am returning these goods to you and kind of helping you out here?
Yeah, we can do that. 150 minus. Okay. Oh, I perfectly did the math on that. That was fucking crazy. Okay.
Inspiration to you.
So I was gonna up the price of the amount that she's gonna give you to like 75 gold. She's gonna offer and say, I can take off 75 gold from it, which apparently is 50% off, and I didn't realize that was 50% off of 150. So
oh god, I love it.
50% off, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that works for me. I can bring those by and deliver that to you when I come by to pick up the order. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Now, how long do you need to create this order? I assume a couple days, maybe a week. I'm not sure.
Maybe a little over a week.
Okay. Well, how about when you are finished with the order, you just let the who takes care of the inn, what are they called? An inmate,
Innkeeper.
Innkeeper.
Inmate.
Inmate. How about when you're finished with the order, you just let the innkeeper know, and we should be staying there for a little bit, and if we're not there, they can just take a message for me, and I'll try to check in as often as possible. How does that sound?
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
All right. Well, thank you for doing business with me. And I'm gonna like gently like slap the bugbear head, like, yep, that's right, and turn and start to walk out.
All right. And then while all this is happening, we're gonna cut back to the inn group.
By the way, if there's nothing else going on there, I am going to make my way to the inn with the goblin.
I will say you probably notice one thing of interest to bring back to the others when you catch up with them, but we'll deal with how you guys do the inn first. So in the center of town, opposite of the town green, which I should probably actually highlight that now because I've mentioned it like 5 times. No, stop moving the fucking map. Please.
Listen, to be honest, I'm just surprised that you actually have stuff labeled.
Listen, I didn't do shit. Thank you, Roll20, for having these maps labeled for me.
Right.
And doing dynamic lighting, so I don't have to do shit.
That is better than just having the like 1, 2, 3, and then have to figure out what that means.
Right. All right, so opposite of town green stands a large, newly built roadhouse of fieldstone and rough-hewn timbers. I think that's what that fucking word is. What? But you know what? That's what we're gonna say it is. I'm gonna have the confidence and say rough-hewn. I'm assuming you guys go inside, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So as you guys walk into like a common room that is filled with locals nursing mugs of either ale or cider, and all of them are eyeing you out of curiosity. Except maybe Jane. Jane probably passes the vibe check for a mostly human town. Everybody else.
Just till they wait.
Right.
She will not be passing the vibe check.
No. Of course not. But, you know, on first appearances, a human walking into a primarily human bar. I will say that you guys see a friendly young human man at the bar doing the typical bartender like RPG thing where we're just cleaning a mug on like repeat. We're just repeating that animation. Because like they don't do anything else.
Love it.
Alright, so what do you guys do?
I mean, I'm going for a drink.
Me as well.
Yeah.
Alright. Are you guys gonna get fucked up?
No.
Damn.
Well, I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm not speaking for the others.
Oh, I meant get fucked up on alcohol.
No, I know. I'm not getting fucked up on alcohol. I will have one drink, though.
Alright.
What's on the menu?
Oh, yeah, food's
Sandy.
probably a good idea.
No.
Oh, I just meant the drink menu. But...
No.
Oh.
So they probably have, God, I have to think of like, so as someone who's never been to a bar before, I have to think of alcohol drinks.
A mood.
They probably
Dragon ale.
have, yeah, they probably have like some form of lower end ale, a higher end ale that costs a little bit more. Well, okay, this is like a small town, so like they call it a fancy wine, but it's probably like a very mid-tier wine. Probably labeled as like elven wine or something like that. And a couple different types of beers. Don't ask me what types, they are just listed as, I guess, light, medium, and dark. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's what they label them as.
Fair.
Is there anything non-alcoholic?
I mean, there's like water. I mean, there's
Lemonade.
yeah. Well, you know what? Fuck it. There's a pink
Iced
lemonade
tea.
and an iced tea. Yes.
Never mind. I was gonna say, let me get fucked up on water.
Me,
Water. I don't know
Jay.
her.
Right?
I only know
count how
cherry
many
cola.
water bottles I have right now. James will get an iced tea.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm trying to think of like a really good pun for like an iced tea name. But I can't think of like a
said
good
diced tea.
location. No. But I do love that. I was trying to make it like the quote unquote Long Island iced tea kind of thing, but like have it be like a Forgotten Realms name, but I can't think of that right now. So we'll just
Iced ember leaf, chilled thorn brew, frosted leaf elixir.
I'm over here like town green tea because there's a town green, haha, and there's green tea. Anyway,
there you go. You know what? Thank you. Have a point of inspiration for that. Thank you. Green tea.
Thank you.
Wow.
Frankie's just gonna order like one of the dark beers.
All right. So we have a green tea, green iced tea, a dark beer. Anything else for the other two? Other three? Two.
Take a dark beer as well.
Cool.
Bandora's is like, can you make it like extra strong? I want to feel something tonight.
Oh, you want to feel something tonight? Oh, well, let me. Do I want to bring? All right, I'm gonna bring it back in because it's the favorite drink of mine. May I introduce you to the Sweet Dream? And you see a very pink, sparkly drink on like the little
Ice.
menu.
Pandora's eyes were white and just kind of like just tap on it for a little bit and be like, yes, this is what I want.
All right. And then does Thalo want anything?
He just wants water.
Okay. So I think in total that'd probably be about 6 silver. Which sounds crazy, but the pink, did I call it Sweet Dream or Pink Dream? I already forgot.
You said sweet dream.
Thank you.
Yeah, sweet dream.
Mostly because the Sweet Dream's a little expensive.
Mm-hmm. Because we've got party gold or party money, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone's gonna have to show me where the party loot and everything is, because I don't know.
So,
I'm looking for
Philo will
that.
just give a gold coin to the barkeep.
oh, thank you.
Here you go. Keep the change.
In roll 20 at the very top, you should see like on the third icon that looks like kind of like a journal, some stars on it.
Okay, thank you.
Click on that, and then there's like a thing called party loot.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
You will have to hit edit to go in and edit it, of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want change back or
No, you can keep it.
Thank you. He pockets it and begins making your drinks and says, well, you lot are new to town, haven't seen your faces before. What brings you to Phandalin?
A job?
Okay. Yeah.
We were delivering some goods.
Oh, delivery job. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you guys were here delivering a job, I assume I can make a guess that you guys might need some rooms, place to stay for the night.
That would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Well, I have. He like kind of thinks for a second, as I also think for a second and read something because it tells me how many rooms are there, and of course it was like the first line of the first paragraph. He says that he has 5 rooms free.
Perfect.
So do you guys
Unless
each
some of
want
us-
your own? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, unless people don't mind rooming together.
Am I
I don't
here at
mind
this
rooming.
point?
I would say at this point you're probably like walking. You're probably at like this building right there. So you're about to walk in.
I mean, I don't mind sharing with someone if they don't mind sharing with me.
I don't
I
mind.
don't mind sharing. If I want to cut down on the price.
Mm-hmm. So Jane and I'll room together? If that's cool with y'all?
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, so if we get 4, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say if we get 4 rooms, how much that would be?
That is a good. Please give me. Listen to the coast. Please give us prices for things. I'm begging you.
Oh.
Side note,
Please. Go
is
ahead.
Sildar still with us?
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Does he need a room?
So if you ask him that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have
Is
a
he just
permanent.
chilling with us?
Well, he's still here, but if you ask if he needs a room, he's gonna say no, that he has like a permanent place here.
Jane will jokingly ask if he has a free room.
Yeah, I was gonna say I walk in hearing that, and I'm gonna be like, "Well, can we just stay with you?"
I have
Huh.
a stupid idea that Matt could do. Like, how small is he?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm like 2 feet tall.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say you can maybe like fit through like a door crack and like he is sleeping in his room or something.
I'm not 2 inches tall.
Mhm.
I'm not a crumb.
But you know what? If you had the spell enlarge/reduce, you could become 2 inches tall.
But I don't.
But you don't.
Not yet.
Not up. But if you ask Sildar if you guys can share the room with him, is that what's being asked right now?
Oh, he has his own room? I
Yeah.
thought he had like a house or
No,
like,
he has his own room
building.
here.
Okay, never mind then.
I have another idea.
Oh, I thought he had a place. I thought he had a wife and kid.
Well,
I
if
mean, he could. You don't know.
if Jane and Frankie are sharing, the 3 of us could share. No point in getting all these rooms. I'm gonna turn to the innkeep and be like, "Do you have a room for 3 of us?"
I could seduce him.
Please,
Well, let's wait on the answer first.
please, no.
before
I want to
you-
see where this goes. Please,
No, we're gonna wait on the answer before you fuck this up even more for us.
please let me know. in a joking sense, please let me know how you would do that as I look up how much does a fucking room cost.
No, of course. Okay, so you said he's a wife for kids or no?
You don't know.
Shit, okay.
Oh, that's actually not that bad. So in in like a hypothetical situation, how would you do this?
So Pandora will get real nice and close and be like, hey. So, it's like, there's like 5 of us, it's probably be a lot. I want to share a room, wink wink.
In this hypothetical actually no. First, as you think about doing this, please roll a perception check for me.
Of course. Damn it.
Hey, 15 is not bad though. Wait, is that 15? Yes, I can read. As you think about doing this for a second, you stop. As you see a gold wedding ring on his hand.
That doesn't mean shit to Pandora.
And then it's at that point.
Go ahead. Sorry.
The innkeeper, whose name you guys do not know yet, says it'll probably be about, well, that's going to be 2 silver per night.
For the 3 of us, for 1 room.
2 silver per room. Sorry. So if there's 2 rooms, that'll be 4.
Okay. Yep. That should be fine with us.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna try to seduce to make it lower?
I could.
Is that something Pandora would do?
No, I feel like I should. My other character too. I feel like I should do that as her, but not as Pandora.
Okay.
That's just me thinking as a character, so not Pandora.
Why does this man not have character art? That's cool.
Thanks, wizards.
Thank you. I mean, it's fine. He's like a little irrelevant, but I kind of wish he had like character art because reasons. All right, so what do you guys do at this inn? Also, I could definitely overcharge you guys for drinks, but we're not gonna talk about that.
I mean, is there an open table for us to go chill at?
Oh yeah, there is. There's an empty table. If you want to be dead set in the center, there's probably like one that's just like a little off center, but there is one in the corner if you want to be a little secretive.
You say there are other people in this inn, or
yeah. It says that it's filled with people, so a little packed, but there's some empty tables.
Empty chairs and empty tables.
Mm-hmm.
I think Frankie would prefer the corner. But, they'll willingly go with the group if the group just decides to sit elsewhere.
Jane is following whoever sits first.
Yeah.
All right, then Frankie's going to wander towards the corner so they can keep an eye on everyone else, since the other patrons, while not seemingly hostile, are a little wary of us. Not being in the middle of things seems like a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything... Is there anything we notice about the other patrons in any capacity, or are they just literally chill?
They're literally chill. You get the more you guys can like sit and hang out here, it's more the idea of like they don't really know you guys, so that's why you guys got the weird stares.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just a lot of humans here in one gnome and one dwarf.
A gnome. Wait, is the dwarf Roxy?
No, you do not see Roxy in this building.
Okay. Does the dwarf look like it could be a relative of Roxy's? So like one of his brothers?
No.
Okay, then.
Is anyone still staring?
They only stared at you guys when you walked in, but after like a couple minutes or like a couple seconds, they just went back to their business.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do tomorrow?
I don't know. This has been a lot of excitement.
Yeah, I think I'm just ready to sleep. Well, we should probably find our employer now.
We can certainly try, but I don't think we're gonna make any headway tonight, so.
Yeah, I
Sleep
don't think
is-
he'll be out this late.
Nah, he's never been one to party.
Speaking of partying, your guys' drinks arrive.
Oh,
And
heck
I
yeah.
need to know if Pandora takes a drink of hers.
I do.
Go
Yes,
ahead
thank
and
you.
roll a Constitution saving throw. A 16.
I think at least.
Listen, I'm just surprised Sriracha remembered how to do that.
Damn.
He's so mean.
Oh, with a 16, you can tell that this would take most people into a drunken stupor or stupor. I don't know. This is a very strong fucking drink, and you are basically on the verge of getting drunk just based off of one drink alone or one sip.
Shit.
He kind of goes like, ooh. And
But
she kinda like-
it tastes like cotton candy.
Mhm.
So like you don't really notice the alcohol in it, but it sure fucking hits.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna. Frankie's gonna sip on their beer. Just kind of watching the humans and the gnome and the dwarf. Not like in a mean, starey type of way, just kind of like casually observing.
Okay.
Jane will also be sipping her drink. Her green iced tea. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Are the goblins with us?
I think they came in with Matt.
Yep. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
is the innkeeper still here from dropping off the drinks, or did they walk away and I need to wave them over?
I can say that they're like probably nearby us still.
All right, I'm kind of gonna put my hand up in the air and make a signal to get their attention to come over.
All right, and they do so.
Is there any place while we rest for the night where we could park our wagon, our oxen, and our horses?
I wonder if there is a stable here, actually. Is there stables here? Of course. There's no listed stables. The owner will just say yeah, and that there's like a a little post outside that you can tie it up to. Around back.
Okay. I'm going to turn to the goblins, and I'm going to tell them, all right, now you 3 are responsible for taking the wagon and the animals around back, tie them up to the post, and you are in charge of guarding them all night.
All right. 1 second.
As an aside, this is reminding me of stand-up. I heard once where it's like, you're gonna go upstairs, get in the shower, turn on the water, use soap.
Mm-hmm.
That's what those directions reminded me of.
I'm gonna make 2 rolls for these goblins. Are you wanting them to do it right at this exact moment?
No. It's just
Okay.
I'm just telling them that's their job for like when we go upstairs and go to sleep for the night. They are to take the animals and the wagon around back, and then they are to stand guard. So while 2 of them sleep, 1 needs to stand watch, and then they can rotate
Okay.
to make sure the animals are, taken care of, fed, and that are not stolen, obviously, and then that our wagon and what is on the wagon are not stolen as well.
All right.
I'm just giving them and their life purpose and meaning.
Please.
Not that, but do you order any? No, sorry, ignore me. Is there anything else you guys want to do in this tavern?
Go to sleep after we finish our drinks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pandora's just out. She lays on the bed.
We're just
You
gonna leave
can't continue
Pandora
your
on the
drink.
table.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we have to drag you upstairs?
Dalo's gonna see if he can overhear anybody talking about anything going on around town or anything.
Oh, you sure do.
Perfect.
I will say before you guys go to bed, though,
Mhm.
I'm assuming Frankie looks like a rogue, like a kind of typical rogue, like dark leather armor kind of vibe.
Yeah.
All right, so you feel a little tug on your cape,
Okay.
Cloak.
cloak, whatever, same thing.
Close enough.
Close enough.
I wasn't gonna argue.
Potato, potato.
Exactly.
Job.
And you see a small child who looks kind of similar to the bar or like the owner, which by the way I did not explain what they look like. Because they did not give me a description for them, but they give me an art piece for later, so that's cool.
Hey, what's going on, little one?
I need help with something. Can you help me with something?
Sure. What's going on?
Okay, you see that gnome over there, and points over to like a gnome woman with like kind of like dark brown hair, who's just sitting enjoying her beverage for the night, enjoying a little bit of food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see him.
Okay. So I need you to distract her and get her out of that chair so I can put this on it. And he holds up what we as like human people in the real world would recognize as a whoopee cushion.
Oh man, I'm all for this.
His eyes go like super wide. And said, "Okay, do it.
Do you know the gnome's name?
Oh yeah, that's Frida.
Frida. Okay. So I'm gonna walk over to the gnome and just be like, hey, Frida? Is that you?
Oh, yes. I'm Frida. Do I know you? I'm sorry.
No, sorry. Someone outside was mentioning your name. And like, I thought maybe you'd be in here. They were just looking for you.
Make me a deception check.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna fuck this up, but it's fine. I had no plan. But that's fine.
Holy shit. Oh, with a 17, she fully believes you. We're not gonna make an insight check on this.
Oh my god.
I mean, you rolled a 17. Oh, all right. Oh god.
They said it would.
Go ahead.
You'll be. They didn't sound panicked. They just wanted to make sure you were good. You know, just kind of maybe go check in with them real quick.
Oh god, I hope it's not Halia. All right. Yeah. And she gets up and walks outside. And then the little kid kind of sneaks in behind and just gonna period. Okay. It's gonna sneak in and place down the whoopee cushion and like kind of like run and hide under like an empty table.
Okay. And I'm gonna kind of just saunter on back. Are we going to bed at this point? Like, did the child approach me as we were standing up type deal?
It was probably like towards the end of you guys going, or at the beginning of you guys getting ready to go to bed. So.
Okay. So I'm assuming the rooms are probably on a second level.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna kind of like walk over to the stairs, but like keep my head peeked around the side, maybe catch the child's eye with a wink.
And you can just see like the biggest shit-eating grin from this small child's face as this little kid waits. And like a couple minutes later, Frida walks in, looks a little confused, but just goes back to her seat and sits down, and the loudest fart noise comes out, and it echoes in the inn. And it sounds like a little louder than it should. Is it enchanted with the thaumaturgy cantrip? Who knows? And everyone in this inn just starts dying of laughter.
And at that point, as I'm giggling to myself, I walk up the stairs to the bedroom, to the, our room. My job here is done.
And then I know Thala wanted to sit around and listen to any rumors that were going on, right?
Yeah.
So you hear a lot about a group of people called the Red Brands. From what you gather, they are they're basically a group of bandits that have been harassing people in the town for like maybe like a month or two now. Let's see. You hear that there's been a couple of attacks on the Tribord Trail. Some goblins were probably taking an ambush site there. That sounds a little familiar. One thing that I think would probably interest Phalo the most, though, is the priestess of the Shrine of Luck she recently left town and came back extremely wounded.
Came back extremely loaded.
Wounded, sorry. Not
Wounded.
loaded.
I was gonna say. I was gonna try and go to the people talking about the priestess and inquire about her.
Alright, so you see a human individual. It does not tell me anything about them. Besides the fact that they look like they're a farmer. So probably like overalls, like dirt covered, clothes, all that jazz.
Hey, sorry to intrude, but I heard you talking about this priestess. Did something happen to her? I'm kind of a man of the cloth myself.
Oh god, I have to do a southern accent.
You can do it.
Oh, right. You mean
Howdy, Doc. Go ahead.
Sister Garel? I mean, she worships at, I believe her name's Tamora.
Yeah, something happened to her?
Yeah, like one day she just like left out for like some, I don't know, religious nonsense. Not really the god I worship, but you know.
Well, I understand.
And then she came back, she was like really fucked up. Like something happened to her. She hasn't really said much about it. She's just been spending her time at like that little shrine of hers.
See, where's the shrine at?
It's just like down the road a little, kind of towards like the town green.
Okay, thank
Hey,
you.
that's what.
You think this has anything to do with those was it red brands? Is that what I keep hearing about out here?
I mean, it might. It would not surprise me. Those, oh God, those assholes have been menaces ever since they took up in that old sleeping giant house.
Oh man. So they're not very good people?
If you see them, you might as well just walk the other way.
I will, thank you. I appreciate that. Can I buy you another drink?
I mean, you don't have to, but if you are offering, I am not going to say no.
Oh, yeah, for your troubles, thank you. He'll buy a drink for him.
All right, it's just a simple ale. I'm not gonna keep track. I think it's like what, 2 copper. If you want to take out 2 copper and do the math for that, please be my guest.
All right, sounds good.
Because who the fuck deals in Electrum or Substron? Sorry, I have my own personal beef with the currency called Electrum because no one uses it besides that one campaign.
Well, they don't want silver.
No. It annoys me.
Indeed.
What is everybody else doing at this time?
I think, I'm assuming there's going to be like at least a little small bowl of water for like,
Yeah.
Washing your face off and stuff before bed. Frankie's gonna, take a look at themselves in the mirror, see if there's anything on their face they need to clean, before bed. That way they don't get the bedding dirty. And then, so out of curiosity, these rooms, like, is there like 1 bed, 2 beds, or like, how are they set up?
It looks like there are 2 beds in each room, but they can easily be pushed together if needed.
Okay, yeah, and then Frankie'll just kind of crawl into the one furthest from the door.
Valid.
And and then just cover up and try to get to sleep.
Jane will do her nightly routine and then I guess go to the other bed.
Yeah, Pandora's just
Actually,
out.
before she goes to bed, can she read a couple chapters of like a random book she has?
Yeah. Go for it.
She'll read by candlelight.
God. What kind of book is this, by chance?
I'm torn between like super fictional or super non-fiction for this world.
I guess what would be considered?
It's like I'm like whatever high fantasy is for this world.
Right. God, what would even be high fantasy in this setting? That's.
People going to work in corporations.
I was about to say.
God.
Ugh,
Crazy.
jeez.
TPS reports.
Maybe.
But yeah, you read a high fantasy book, or the D&D
Hell
equivalent
yeah.
of high fantasy.
Hell yeah. And then she'll go to bed. She doesn't want to keep anybody up with the light.
The scariest chapters is about work labor.
Oh, it's just a
Yeah.
horror book called Capitalism.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Getting way too real. Let's go back.
Yeah. All right, what's Pandora and Alistair doing?
Pandora's just out. She's Oh, actually, let me just do something fun.
Okay, I'm scared.
So she was passed out, but on the bar for a minute, right?
Yeah.
So she woke up again, but she's still super drunk. So she's gonna try to walk to the room, but she's stumbling over.
Let's go ahead and make a dexterity check. Let's see how bad this is. Just straight dexterity.
Give me 1 second.
And do
She's
it
so
at
blind.
disadvantage. It should be at the top.
Oh, I'm blind, thank you.
How?
What?
How? How did you roll a 22?
Oh no.
Okay. So even though you're extremely fucking drunk right now, somehow, may the powers of Loth that be, you are able to make your way to wherever you're going. I don't know where you're going. I'm assuming you're going to your room.
Wait. For comedy's sake, can you break down one of the doors?
Do
Or not one of those. Can she break down the barkeep's door and pretend like make it look like she fell asleep in his room?
I gotta go. You don't even know where that
Not
man's
the
room is
home
at.
wrecker.
I was gonna say, but she's also walking like one of those drunk people you see in real life where it's like, I know I'm drunk, so I'm trying super, 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 super hard to focus and pay attention and make it look like I'm not. So she's like overcompensating. That's definitely Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, yeah.
Okay,
Let's
I will
walk to
say
the
you do
room.
not know where that man lives.
Okay, that's fine.
If you try to find him, you realize that he is not at this inn.
Got you.
He does
Yes.
not sleep at his work.
No. I guess, do you want to search for this man?
Honestly, for comedy's sake, sure.
You don't even know. First things first, no one asked this poor man his name.
Or, better yet, he goes to a random room. She's trying to unlock it, but it's locked by someone else's key. And she's like screaming at it. It's like, open up.
Right? Oh god. Okay, so I said there were 5 rooms available, but I never said how many rooms there were. Did I say how many rooms there were?
No, you did not.
Cool. I can do some fuckery behind the scenes then. And not have to worry about continuity. So you bang on the door, and this elderly dwarven woman with curlers in her white hair,
Please tell me
big.
she has a beard.
Yes, I believe that dwarves should have the option to have beards if you want them to, and she does. Big curly white beard too. Like those big giant. Are they called like Coke bottle glasses?
Yeah.
They're like super thick.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Wearing some of those. Visibly shaken. By the way. She opens it, but like the chain's like kind of keeping it and from opening it all the way, and says, "You got the wrong room. Please go away."
I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am. This is my room.
God, do I want to go with the comedy? You know, we're going to go with the comedy because we're doing this.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a roll. Oh, okay. That's fine. Can I please type today? A 19 hits you, right?
Hits you.
Hits you. Like that beats your AC, right? I'm assuming it does.
Oh, yeah. And my armor class is 16.
Cool. So you'll take 4 bludgeoning damage as she pulls out her king and just smacks you in the shin. This is not your room. Please leave. And she's gonna close the door and lock it.
Starts banging on it again.
How long and how loud do you bang on this door?
Let's go for a good 10 minutes and very loud.
So about 2 minutes in, maybe 3, a group of guards walk into this fucking inn and approach you.
She stole my room. She gets all sad and starts crying.
Now here's the question: would anyone else respond to this banging noise and Pandora screaming?
I think Frankie would get out of bed, look out into the hallway, think to themselves, that's not her room, and just go back to bed. Just making sure Pandora's not, like, actually being attacked.
Anyone else react to this or no?
I would ignore it at first, but since it's now gone on for so long, I will approach Pandora. I'll get her attention and kind of, wiggle my finger like, "Hey, come here," and gets her to lean down, and then I'm gonna smack her upside the head. Do I need to make a roll for that?
Yeah, for funsies, let's roll this.
What do you want me to roll?
I believe it's just an unarmed attack.
I will do that. Wow.
Oof. I will say it doesn't do damage, but you get like the same effect.
I just need it to get her attention.
Yeah.
Don't need it to do damage. And I'm gonna, so I smack her upside the head and I say, "Your room is this way, follow me." And I'm going to lead Pandora back downstairs. I'm assuming we were upstairs somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna now lead her downstairs, out a door, and around the inn. And I'm gonna say, "This is your bed," and I'm gonna point to the wagon.
Lies. That's not my bed.
"Oh, this is where you're sleeping."
Mm-mm.
You made too much of a scene inside,
I sleep
And
in
you're-
bush.
and you're disrupting the other guests of this inn, so I need you to sleep out here.
Oh,
and
lady stole my
guard-
room.
Guard the wagon.
Fucking bullshit.
And then I'm going to walk away from her and I'm going to go towards the goblins and I'm going to tell the goblins that she's sleeping in the wagon. Same orders from before still apply. Protect, watch, guard, everything. And then I'm going to add on and make sure she doesn't leave. And then I'm going to walk back inside.
God.
Now, I don't know the layout of this place, but I'm assuming, can I just say, like, our room, the room that Pandora was supposed to be in, but now me and Thalo, our room has a window that opens up and kind of overlooks the back of the inn, so I can look out and see the wagon and all that stuff, and open the window and talk to the goblins if need be.
Sure.
Cool. Well, since that works, and I don't sleep, I'm going to open the window and then just kind of jump up on the windowsill, prop myself up against the wall, and just take out my greatsword, and I'm just gonna sharpen and polish it.
My Legend of Zelda, my great sword. Sorry.
All right. Is Thalo doing anything for the rest of the night, or just going to bed?
He's gonna go to bed now.
Cool. Alistair, go ahead and make me a perception roll with disadvantage because it is nighttime, and you do not have dark vision.
I have my
You do have
sword
your sword
out,
so
which
just straight.
provides me with light.
That is
Bam!
right.
You said perception, right?
Yep.
And this
13.
provides
Cool.
15-foot bright light and then an additional 15 of dim.
Cool. You don't see anything.
Okay.
Halo's grumbling about the light.
So if you guys do not want to do anything throughout the night, you guys can go ahead and take your long rest.
Yay!
Oh, I feel so bad for what I'm about to do. Just know I feel so bad.
We forgive
No,
you.
no you
Thank
don't.
No, I do. A little bit. I feel a little bad as a treat.
You said long rest?
Yep.
Sorry.
Long rest. And as morning comes, what do you guys do first?
Halo's probably up giving saying a little prayer to his goddess, his holy symbol out. Nothing major.
Okay.
I mean, once Frankie's up and moving, finding the facilities, and then wandering downstairs, wondering if there's gonna be food.
Oh yeah, they have like a pretty simple
Breakfast
breakfast
buffet.
menu. Yeah.
Mhm.
For Alistair, having sat up all night on the windowsill, as soon as the morning sun starts peeking up and, there's some light, I'm actually going to swing my legs around outside of the window and I'm just going to drop down to the goblins and Pandora and the wagon and the animals.
So you know how I said I felt bad earlier?
Yep, let's go.
So as you make your way down to the wagon, you notice that there are some things that are missing. You're missing couple things on the inside, but your ox and 2 horses are still there.
What did we even have in the wagon?
I'm assuming you guys were keeping your party loot in there. Because I don't know where else you guys would keep it.
I was gonna say, I don't know. We never discussed it.
At least
Sounds
that's where I would
logical.
assume that it would be.
Sounds
But
logical.
you guys
Okay.
are missing 2 of the chain shirts, the scimitar, and the 1 gold piece and the potion healing.
Show everything. Okay, got it.
No, not everything. The map case is still there, the short bow's still there, the silver's still
Potion.
there.
Healing gone. Scimitar gone. Chain shirt gone. Okay. Having noticed that a few things are missing, I'm gonna walk over to Pandora, and this time I'm going to not just like gentle smack get your attention. I'm going to like smack this shit out of her upside the head like I'm trying to bat this bitch to the moon.
And Dora's gonna be making savings throws soon.
Yeah.
Well, that
Oh,
long
God.
rest didn't do much.
Well, that did nothing because it was a 7.
Yeah, not enough to do damage, but probably enough to wake someone up.
Wait, was you supposed to do a long rest or?
Yes.
I was
Oh
gonna.
my God. Can I actually change this and not
I'll
do
wait for a
an
little bit.
unarmed strike? Whoa.
What are you gonna use?
I'm gonna use my fucking greatsword.
Oh my god. If both of you guys are okay with that, sure. Oh god, not this.
Raja,
What's up?
say yes.
Oh my god.
Sure. I was trying to take the long rest quick.
Okay. So I'm
You
going
did
to
that.
assume that you're not doing lethal damage.
No, I'm not trying to kill her,
Okay.
but I am trying to like, you know. So that
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
Yeah.
But I don't want to roll damage, so let's just say that she'll take damage equal to my ability modifier, which is what again? Where do I find that?
It would be your strength modifier.
3.
And I'm assuming you're using like the hilt of the sword and not the actual
Yeah,
blade.
I'm not like swinging the actual end at her. I have the handle in hand, and I'm just like
just like
thrusting it
yeah.
into her head to like knock some sense into her, because I know this would hurt more than my hand.
Yeah. So Pandora wakes up by getting hit in the head with the hilt of a great sword,
God damn.
and you take 3
That
bludgeoning
costs-
damage.
And I'm just gonna start going off on Pandora, be like, what the hell happened? You were out here and you let somebody take our stuff?
Oh, he's sobered up by now, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember last night, to be honest. I must be out last night. Why am I even here?
I'm gonna look around. Where are my goblins?
Oh, they're still there too.
Okay, I'm gonna
They're
start
right
yelling
there.
I'm gonna start yelling at them. What happened here?
They kind of scramble and get like they're like I think they were sleeping at the time, and they get a little nervous. And one of them says, "Well, Zarg was supposed to keep watch, but Zarg fell asleep." And then the other, like another one's like, "No, it was Fritzel's job to keep watch." And they all argue with each other about whose job it was.
We've got the fucking Three Stooges.
2 out of the
Well,
3 Stooges.
I sigh, and I honestly like hand to temple, face down, shake my head, and be like, well, it doesn't matter whose fault it was, because you are all taking the blame. And I'm going to then tell them to start by picking up the droppings of the oxen and the horse. cleaning up after them. That is the beginning of their punishment, with more to come.
They look so disappointed as they like get out and just try to find something to pick up the droppings with.
And then I'm going to, as I see them looking around, I'm going to be like, no tools, use your hands.
Oh, right. These have touched worse. Ew. And then they, without getting too descriptive because this is foul, they're gonna do what you ask them to do. In the cart, I will say you guys can, I'm not gonna make you guys check or roll for anything, but you guys notice that there is a small piece of red fabric that was left behind that you don't recognize.
Okay, I'm gonna take that fabric, being that it's just me and Pandora outside, and noticing it that it was like caught on the wagon and torn. I'm gonna take it, pocket it, so when I go back into the group, I can show it to them.
All right.
And then I'm just gonna literally walk away from Pandora. I'm just turn my back, not say a word, and walk back inside.
So do you know like what happened, or like why was I outside?
If Pandora's asking me, I'm just straight up ignoring her.
Jeez.
You're lucky I'm not gonna step on you.
No.
And having said that, I'm going to swing at her with my greatsword again.
Oh God. It's only
Really trying to-
episode 3 and we're already fighting. It's already
That's a-
PvP.
That's a 14, which misses because your AC was 16, but you still take
Yep.
another 3 points of damage.
Well,
Jeez.
16 health.
Oh my God.
He's really getting a beating today.
Is your health only 22 total?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool to know.
Where is the love?
The love does
Right.
not
Damage.
exist, just like the limit.
God.
Oh God!
Not
Don't
the Mean
bring
Girls, right?
calculus.
Not the Mean Girls reference.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Just for that, have a point of inspiration for the Mean Girls reference.
Oh.
And me, a math gay over here, like not the calculus. That's bad. So bad.
So what's Jane doing in the morning?
Not trying to kill her teammates, that's for sure.
Not trying to kill anybody.
Not trying to hurt her teammates, that's for sure. She would probably get ready for the day, and then the first thing she would do is make sure everyone's okay. So, do her rounds.
I think the only ones that's not doing okay are the goblins and Pandora.
I'm not sure who she'd make it to first.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume Frankie would be first because you guys are in like the same room.
Yeah.
I mean, are we saying we all just woke up at the same time? Type deal
More or
then?
less.
Okay. 'Cause
I mean, we can.
Yeah.
Unless someone specifically wants to sleep in.
no. I mean, personally in real life, yes. but-
Yes. But sleeping in, I don't know her anymore.
Mm-hmm. I just kind of nod to Jane. I look a little grumpy, but Frankie's not necessarily a morning person.
Jane is
Well-
chipper.
And I think that annoys Frankie a tiny bit. Not enough to throw any shade your way, but enough that they think to themselves, "Oh, one of these."
Yeah. She's like, "Good morning," and then goes
Mhm.
to Phalo and Alistair and Pandora's supposed room. If anyone answers, I assume Phalo.
I would assume that Thela would answer.
Yeah.
She would check on him and then be like, "Oh, where are the other two?"
Oh. Alistair stepped out. I don't think he's happy. Been making some noise out there. Gestures towards the window.
I'll go outside and check it out.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go get some breakfast.
Ooh, save me a muffin.
Okay.
If they have muffins.
Yeah, we'll say they have muffins.
Hell yeah.
And if you go outside, it's probably at this point, Alistair is about to walk back in and Pandora is behind,
Yes.
looking a little bruised.
Mm-hmm. Like she's having issues walking.
Sorry, what did you say?
Me?
Anyone? I was reading about the buttered muffin.
Oh, so it's
Sorry.
probably at the time that you walk out, you see Alistair is about to walk in and Pandora is shortly behind. And I think Sriracha said that Pandora is walking a little funny or not straight. I don't remember.
She's walking a little funny. She's having issues. Like she's like limping.
Jane will wave at Alistair and then look at Pandora like, "Are you okay?"
She nods her head and be like, yeah, I was beat a little bit, I think. I don't know. I'm in pain a little bit more, or like a little bit more pain. Like, where did the old lady hit her? Can
In
I
the shin.
shin? Okay. She kind of points her shin, like kind of rubs a little bit. Like right here hurts a little bit. My head hurts. I believe that's where he hit the sword at her. It's just everywhere hurts.
Oh gosh, take it easy.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
She'll help you inside.
Thank you.
All right, what do you guys do on the inside?
Sorry. I mean, Frankie ordered themselves some breakfast, probably some form of eggs, and I'm assuming they probably have like a sausage type
Yeah.
deal.
Pretty much egg, sausage, maybe
Yeah,
bacon, but
just
for sure ham.
I was gonna say if there's no sausage, then ham for sure.
Yeah, they have sausage.
Yeah. Yep. Just that and some water.
I will say that the inn is not as packed as it was the night before, but there are some people there enjoying their breakfast. The owner and the small kid from the night before are there as well.
I waved to the kid.
He waves back. And
Alright.
he is gonna
Yeah.
approach you and say something.
Hey, bud. What's going on?
So, I was out exploring the other day and I found like this really, really cool like little tunnel thingy in the woods. But like
Okay.
those like really big scary bandit dudes was like definitely caught up to me. So I had to be like real stealthy. Like I hid somewhere, and then I saw like a goblin, I think. Looked a little weird.
What did it look like?
Like normal goblin, but head and like kind of like shows off like the elongated head that you've kind of been seeing happening from the other goblins and like Sildar. So like you get that he's trying to reference the weirdo big-headed goblins.
Yeah. And I kind of elaborate to say, was the thing you saw like this, and describe the whole thing with the head and blah blah blah.
Exactly.
What was the goblin doing?
I don't know, like I had to like get out of there before they saw me, before they could catch up to me.
And where was the cave?
It's by the old farm over there. Kind of like points in like the southeast direction, I think.
Okay.
My friend, it was on my friend healing. No, that's not the name. My friend Carp, my friend Carp Alderleaf lives there.
Okay, so the cave was right by, it was by the old farm of your
Yeah.
friends, yeah? Okay. I know you were being all stealthy and everything, but did you notice anything else? Any like disturbed earth or anything? Basically, I'm asking him if he saw any traps without using that word.
No, everything looked normal.
Okay. Just wanted to know if we're dealing with some sneaky, bandits and goblins here. And
Right.
yeah. All right. I'll talk with my friends and see if we can figure out what's in that cave. Maybe, have a nice conversation with them. The bandits and because while this kid is obviously not stupid, we also don't know how much they know of like badness in the world yet.
Right.
They know that the goblin and the bandits were probably up to no good, but we don't need to say we're gonna go and probably try to kill them.
Right. So before we go, I want to ask Matt one question. Do you bring up the red fabric that you found?
I was going to once everybody was all back together, probably around the breakfast table, yes.
Okay. We'll go ahead and skip over to there for like literally the next 30 seconds as we come to an end to this episode. Do you take it out and show everyone?
Yes. I know you said it's not as packed, it's not as full. Are there people around us, or are we kind of more in a quiet?
You can be in a more quiet area if you want to.
Okay, yeah. Let's say we're in like a corner table where it's quiet, no one's really around. I'm gonna pull out the piece of fabric, lay it on the table in the center so everybody can see it, and I'm gonna be like, so when I went outside this morning, I noticed a few things missing from our wagon, and this was left behind.
Do any of us potentially recognize or the fabric from anything?
I think the only one that would probably be like Thalo, because he was the one who listened through the rumors. He might have caught something that their signature thing was red fabric. for the group of bandits.
Hmm. Looks like we got paid a visit.
By who?
Oh. Some people I was hearing about, Red Brands, I think they called themselves. Seems like they've been a nuisance around town. What did they
What
take?
do they?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, are they thieves, bandits? What's their MO?
Guess they're bandits that have been causing a lot of trouble around town. I was hoping we could, do what we gotta do and get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't know if Alistair's gonna allow that now.
Mm-mm. Yeah, 'cause I think I might know where our friends are that pilfered from us last night. My little
Yeah?
buddy over there, I gestured towards the child,
Whose name
was
you do
telling
not have
me.
yet? Whose name you don't have yet?
No, because at first I thought this kid was just gonna be, okay, I talked to them once, I don't need to know their name, so.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna end up being, oh crap, now I feel like I can't ask them their name.
Introduce him to a friend and be like, yeah, this is my friend. Yeah. Wait for them to introduce themselves.
Sorry, coughed.
You're good.
I'm gonna be, my friend over there was telling me about a cave that was being guarded by bandits. And mention of our malformed goblin friend.
Oh.
So we might be able to get our stuff back.
Yeah?
Oh, that could be good.
It could be good.
And
See, was it the sleeping giant? Was that what you told
yeah,
me?
and that's where
Yeah.
they keep their camp, basically.
Mm.
But I will say, I think that's a good spot to end it for the night.
Sounds good to me.
Okie dokie.
Sorry to keep you 3 minutes past, Matt. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just like, okay, I before am sitting here asleep literally
Right.
as this continues, so. Oi. Alright, I will see you all later.
Alrighty.
Sleep well.
Bye.
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 Good night.
Claire, thank you for running this for us tonight.
Of course.
Of course.
Thank you.
It is a blast.
Yes.
Like I said, tonight's session was going to be a little bit chiller compared to the 3 hours of combat last session.
We thought that until our party decided to fight each other.
I mean, that was mild.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I don't think that's very chill.